Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the AFC Wimbly Womblys, who today are taking on Crawley Town in England. You know it's England because in a stunning turn of events, it's raining. It was also raining in the last game, but I forgot to mention that. Anyway, it's going to rain because it's November in England, and that's what it does. Oh, it's a big game today for the Wimbly Womblys. We struggled in our last game, and today we really need a win. We need to get back to winning ways, but we're kind of starting the AFC Wimbledon B team. At least up front, we've got Green Eggs and Sheringham, and these boots were made for Strutton. I'm thinking that maybe we need a slightly improved attacking options in the January transfer window. That's definitely something that we're going to look toward because, you know, John Green and John Green are great players. They are always going to be the heart and soul of this team, but as you can see, we're not in first place anymore in the league, and I just think we need a little support for them. If there's an injury, if all the stuff that can happen. Just trying to think through all the possibilities so that we can steer the Wimbly Womblys onward toward dominance in this league, and then hopefully into the championship. And who knows how far we can go, the Wimbly Womblys. So today I want to talk about fatherhood. Several of you have suggested that topic, and I am happy to talk about it. It's weird, you know, when I started making videos in 2007, I was not a dad. In fact, I made videos for 3 years before my son was born. It's hard to believe now because I've gotten so old on YouTube. You know, like, my life is so different now. But, of course, like, I feel like it's not that different because, you know, the change happens slowly, and then you only like see it. You only see the drama of it when you look back. But by far the biggest change in my life in the last 7 years has been hell's bells! Oh, he did his mustache in honor of Ball John Green, who isn't starting today. He decided to do his mustache. That's a nice look for him. Hell's Pels. Hell's Pels showing some John Green love with a great, I mean, just went across his body. Caught the keeper wrong-footed. I mean, that was a Hell's Pels of a shot right there. Goodness great. That guy, he's talented. And I like him. I think he's a big part. I think he's going to play a role for a long time. Unless he inexplicably insists on being transferred, as someone always does during the January transfer window. I live in fear that it will be Ball John Green or other John Green, but they're both signed to long-term contracts. Hopefully we can keep them around. So by far the biggest change in the last, the time I've been making YouTube videos, so since 2007 in my life, has been the birth of Henry and Alice, because it changed my priorities. I think in some ways, like, it turned me outward a little more as a person, made me, I guess, more directly concerned about the future, more empathetic toward parents around the world who may be dealing with, you know, far greater crises than anything that Sarah and I have had to face in parenting our kids. Having to deal with real deprivation, hunger, disease, the preventable death of so many children. I think it was very important for us, for both Sarah and me, in thinking about kind of, you know, where our priorities would be, I guess, in terms of the way that we, like, our personal philanthropy or whatever. I don't know if that's the right word, but is this a shooting opportunity? I feel like it is. Oh, wow. It's well over, of course, because I don't know how to take free kicks. So that's one thing, but then, like, just the fact of the kids changes the way, you know, your whole relationship with, you know, everything that you do. You know, I have to be home every night, no matter what, because of Henry and Alice, and I've got to, you know, and I want to spend time with them. I enjoy spending time with them in a way that, you know, there was nothing comparable to that before they were born, because even when, you know, Sarah and I could always find ways to hang out together, while we were working, so it was possible to work at night. Sarah and I could always find ways to, where we could go out or whatever, and now going out is quite an ordeal. I guess that's the main challenge, is that like it's hard to find time to do the kind of grown up leisure activities. Context is everything, that you need in order to be a fulfilling adult. Like for example, reading. It's much harder for me to find reading time than it used to be. I mean, Sarah and I both used to read just for like hours at a time through a Saturday, and that's become very difficult because, Henry, I mean, he'll let me read him picture books, but he's certainly not going to let me read him like, the new Rachel Kushner novel or whatever. So that's a challenge, but it's also, I mean, but then there's the fun part of being able to like play with kids all the time, which is super fun. And also, like, this is cliche, but it is also sort of true, I think, that it allows you to be a kid again a little bit. Like, I take Henry to these, oh, what a steal from Yabamba. What a steal! Oh, Yabamba! Almost made me sing his name. Yabamba. Wow, that was a great move. Just golden. I mean, the kid, he still got it. Speaking of golden, nope. Nope, that would have been a nice moment, but I think that was actually less more. Yeah. Oh, man. Sorry, I've got a little bit of cough still. Just can't shake it. I mean, Yabamba's having the game of his life. I love that guy. Plays with pure courage. 53 skill level. Absolutely welcome anytime he wants to come to League One. Can't imagine ever having the Wimbly Womblys without him, unless and until he retires. Just a great player. But I guess like the main thing that I really like about being a parent, aside from that I like my kids and they're nice and interesting and teach me a lot, is that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead and close the door. That's fine. The main thing that I really like is. They're always kind of calling me to pay a different kind of attention, to imagine the world, to imagine a kind of newness to the world or a newness to experience that I don't have anymore. So one of the weird things I think about being a person, at least for me, is that the absolute like astonishing miracle of it all becomes mundane over time. You stop thinking, holy crap, trees are crazy, and you just start thinking about like your mortgage or whatever. And Henry is constantly, Alice too, although she's only 10 months old, so I think this will be more the case later. But Henry is constantly, because he's slowing down and pointing things out to me. He's noticing things. He's finding things about language or about visualizing the world that make it so interesting to spend time with him, and so rich. And like, so it is like, it's a challenge and it's exhausting, and we have a ton of advantages that I think that most parents don't have. We have great help with childcare that allows us to work. We have lots of lots of support from family and friends and stuff. There are two, we get to share the load a little bit, Sarah and me, which is nice. And it is definitely exhausting, but like those moments where my kids just like surprise and fascinate me with their involvement in the world and their like interest in the world. Like yesterday, Henry Willie got a haircut. Our dog got a haircut, and it was April Fool's Day. I'm recording this in the past. And Henry was like, I think Willie is doing April Fool's Day. And I was like, he is? And Henry said, yup, he's trying to convince us that he's a fox. I just thought that was so cute. And also, like, such an interesting way of imagining, like, Willie as a being with his own set of, thoughts. The idea of this dog pranking us was really appealing to me. Yeah, I don't know. I just find them. I do genuinely find them fascinating. On the topic of the game, you can tell that the AFC Wimbledon Wombley Womblys, while we have scored a goal, have been absolutely impotent. I don't think that is too ungenerous a word. Absolutely impotent in attack. Going forward, we have had just nothing today. And I don't want to point fingers, but I'm going to. Oh, Mike Jones plays for them. I'm going to go ahead and point fingers to Green Eggs and Sheringham and These Boots Were Made for Strutting, both of whom have really struggled this season. There's no easy way to put it. Oh, Gledson's doing his best Seb Brown impersonation right now. Hands on the hips. Just cash. Did I use cash correctly, Meredith? Okay, good. Oh, God. Panic. Panic. Oh, everything worked out better than expected. Oh, boy, I think we all wish that hadn't happened. It's 1-0 against Crawley Town. We just need to hold on for the win. This isn't going to, listen, this isn't going to be a beautiful victory, obviously. It's not going to be a famous victory in the history of AFC Wimbledon Wombley Womblys. None of us are going to look back on this and say, oh, episode 61, that was the one where things really took a turn. No, it's not going to be a famous win. But it needs to be a win nonetheless. You know what I mean? Like, they aren't all going to be beautiful. Oh, God, that was an ugly foul. Maybe no card. No card is needed. It was hell's bells quite late. I think he got a bit of the ball, though, to be fair. Yeah, so I do heartily recommend Fatherhood. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh no. Yes. We just swarmed the ball like a bunch of 6-year-olds playing soccer, where it was just everybody get near the ball because the ball is the threat. Did I just win the game? Oh, I was offside, of course. God forbid that I'm not offside at any point. Leg vey. All right, 88th minute. Just got to kill off 2 minutes before we can celebrate beating Crawley Town. Oh, there we go. And you know who it is in the end? It's Mora, the unheralded center back, who's really been one of the most important players. Leonardo, I call him a Ninja Turtle. You can call him whatever you want. But Leonardo Mora, absolutely underappreciated Wimbly Wombly player all season long. He's been there. Oh no, everything worked out. We're going to be just fine. Referee, blow that whistle. All right, Gledson's just going to kick it long. And I think it's all over, ladies and gentlemen. This was not an epic win, but it's a win. So our opponents will squat in shame. We will cheer our away supporters. And really, I mean, this one goes out to all the AFC Wimbledon Wombley Wombly supporters. Thank you, especially my kids. They like the Wimbly Womblys. Mostly Henry Alice doesn't really pay attention to much yet. Thank you for watching. I just want to see. Can I see a little bit of? Can somebody smell their pits in shame? No? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Crawley Town's keeper. First off, you have to live in Crawley Town. Secondly, you lost a game. It's been a tough day for you. Best wishes. Oh, look, it's Kennedy's hair. Oh, God. Would you really date a guy with that hair for real? It's reprehensible.